Hi, my name is Dr. Darcy J. Harland, and this is a tutorial introduction to Twitter for those wanting to connect with innovative thinkers. This is part 2, construction of tweets and hashtags. In part 2 of this series, titled Hashtags and Other Twitter Terms I Don't Know, I walk through the elements of a tweet so that you can be an intelligent consumer of the information you come across on Twitter. I also then provide tips for when you're ready to move into the contributing phase of social media and show you how to engage with tweets responsibly. By the end of this tutorial, you'll be able to use hashtags to find new people to follow and have a strategic plan in how you want to connect with some amazing people on Twitter. Okay, now that you have an understanding of what all you'll find on a Twitter profile page, let's shift gears and talk about the construction of a tweet. Here's an example from a tweet from George Couros. This is what the tweet looks like in my following feed. Let's dissect this a bit so you can see the amount of power in 140 characters. First, you'll notice that the profile photo is front and center. Well, actually it's to the left, but you know what I mean. The profile photo is powerful in Twitter. I cannot emphasize this enough. Choose yours carefully. Next to the photo is the name, Twitter handle, and the date. The content of a tweet varies. In this case, George Couros gives the topic of a recent blog he wrote that contains a video that he wants to share with his followers. While 140 characters often requires abbreviations, you'll see he keeps it simple and includes the full title. Another component of a tweet is a link to a website. Many URLs are too long to be included in the 140 character limit, but if you use TweetDeck or Hootsuite to help you organize your tweets, they come with URL shorteners, so the link won't take all of your 140 characters. Hashtags are all important part of learning to use Twitter. Without them, only those following you will see your tweets, and that will be hit or miss. However, when you start using hashtags, your tweet will be associated with others who use the same hashtag. In this case, George is associating this tweet with the hashtag for a MOOC he was teaching, and the other hashtag is associated with the title of his book. When you link to a blog, Twitter will insert any graphic in the blog post along with the first few lines of the narrative. This is why developing graphics for your blog is so important. As a newbie to Twitter, you are likely to lurk a lot when you first start. That just means that you're a consumer, reading, enjoying, and clicking on that follow button. However, at some point, you'll read a tweet to which you really want to respond. Twitter provides a way to engage with that message. Below the tweet, you will find a number of symbols. For example, if I want to reply to this tweet, I can click on this left arrow and I will get a dialog box, just like the one on the right. Notice it starts with the @ symbol and then George's Twitter handle. If I send him a message this way, it is public and I should address him directly. If I want to retweet this message, I click on this double arrow button. The next number next to the double arrow shows the number of times it has already been retweeted. If I retweet it as is, the hashtags and everything will remain the same. The only difference is that I'm now putting it into my own feed where my followers can see it. However, when I retweet, I also have the options of adding a comment, which is a good idea since I can add other hashtags or engage my Twitter colleagues by including their Twitter handles. Another good way to use the add comment to a retweet is to encourage your followers with a question related to the tweet you are retweeting. I will caution, do this responsibly. If you want to attract professionals and innovative thinkers on topics that matter, retweeting cute kitten photos will not help you get strong innovative thinkers to follow you. If you simply want the author of a tweet to know that you liked the message but you don't want to comment on it, you can click on the heart and be added to the total count. In some cases, tweets can be used to ask other educators what they do or what suggestions they have, as in this tweet. George is showing someone how to do just this. He asks a question related to using Minecraft with students, adds hashtags he knows will go to people who might have answers to this question, and then includes the handle of the individual to contact. The CC lets us know that we need to include the other individual in the reply. Tweets can also be used to share the love. In this tweet, Couros is sharing kudos for a school who has made the paper and inserts the @ symbol and Twitter handles of the individuals who may be a part of that newspaper article. What this does is put the tweet in each of their feeds so their followers will see it. Hashtags added also help increase the visibility of the tweet. However, use these techniques responsibly, only adding people's names to your tweets if they really should see it, and only use hashtags if they apply directly to the content being shared. As you can see from the construction of a tweet, the role of a hashtag is important. Google hashtag for teachers and you'll find plenty of lists. Use the search feature to find hashtags you want to follow, and use those to find innovative people that you want to begin following. As you gain experience, you'll also learn to develop hashtags on your own and use hashtags with your students. If you tweet without hashtags, the only people who see those tweets are those following you. It's likely those tweets will get buried in people's home feeds because most people follow hashtags which are topic related. Therefore, if you include a hashtag in your tweet, it is visible to anyone who searches for that hashtag, even if they don't follow you. It's the best way to find others who are interested in similar topics, the best way to find people to follow, and the best way to increase your own Twitter visibility to get people to follow you. But, again, use it responsibly. Who uses Twitter? You. It's your turn. What's your plan? Why not sign up for a Twitter account and use this tutorial as a guide to determine how you want to present yourself as a professional seeking interactions with movers and shakers of education. Spend time setting up your profile narrative, choosing a profile photo and header photo. Then get a handle on those hashtags and find ones used in your educational specialization. Start slow, just following people you are finding that inspire you. Then, with time, you'll begin to retweet, maybe comment on tweets, and then eventually you'll move to a consumer of Twitter, to one who is more comfortable contributing. Good luck! This concludes part 2 of this Twitter tutorial for educators. Hopefully you now understand the elements of a tweet, feel like you can engage with others in a responsible manner, and you are filled with enthusiasm for finding connections on Twitter, and maybe even you're ready to consider contributing some tweets of your own. I wish you the best of luck in your pursuit of using social media as educational professional development. I'm Dr. Darcy Harland, EdTech guru, STEM mom, and lover of all things innovative. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you on Twitter soon.